Welcome to the channel. My name's Ty. I like anything with throttles and some things without, and today I'm here in the beautiful state of Washington, and I'm going to give you a rundown of my get home bag that I keep in the Gladiator at all times. So the reason why I call this a get home bag and not a bug out bag, because it doesn't have all the essentials that you may find in your typical 72-hour bag in terms of having shelter, having a lot of food and whatnot. This is simply a bag that I keep in my vehicle that if I was in a bad situation, I could get home on it if I had to go by foot. And so I just want to give you a rundown of some of the things that I try to do. And you know, this is not all-inclusive. What I do doesn't need to be exactly what you do. In fact, every time you use your bag, you're going to find some things that work, some things that don't, and you're going to improve it over time. So I just want to show you a couple things you can start with, and so you can see how I do it, and it might give you some ideas on how you can put together a bag like this for yourself. To start off with, I've got this bag from Vertex. Now, those of you that may have watched some of my other videos or know me, I like bags, and I like to have purpose-built bags for all sorts of things. And so when I was looking for a bag for this situation, I had a couple of criteria. One of them is I wanted to be small, lightweight. I didn't want something that I would stuff too full. I wanted to have an extra capacity. Maybe I could add some base layers and things like that. But I want a very simple, sleek looking bag. And this one, I believe, is called the Long Walks bag by Vertex. And again, you don't have to get this bag. You can get a variety of bags, but I'll show you some of the things I liked about this bag. One, on the outside, it has kind of an open area that you could stuff a base layer here or a jacket on the outside. The zippers are really good on this bag, but the main reason I like this bag is for its organization. Now, what Vertex does that I haven't seen in a lot of bags is on the back of this, there is this hook and loop system, Velcro, and you can attach all sorts of things to it. In this scenario, I got a couple of their different packs, a couple of their small packs, a long vertical pack, and we'll go through all this and show you what I've got in here, along with this little kind of more first aid kit that I put together. But what I like about that is very modular, and you can just tear these off, take out what you need, and you can organize it however makes sense for you. So that's what I really like about this one. So let's dive into it. Now, starting from the outside pouch here, I don't have a lot of stuff in this side. I have a couple pens, a Sharpie, a carabiner, and I usually keep this space kind of open for anything I want to just grab last second and shove in here, along, like I mentioned, with, you know, some kind of layer of protection here. It also does have side pouches where I can just throw a Nalgene bottle in, which is what I typically do. Has one on each side. I keep a couple filled Nalgene bottles in my truck, and I can just throw those in if I had to grab this. Now, the benefit of having this type of bag, and the way I've set it up, is I've set this up so that this is basically a hiking bag. I keep it in the truck, I can grab it and go on a hike, so I'm always familiar with what's in it if I need to replenish anything, but it's also has some necessary gear. So going into the inner pouch here, we'll start with this top pouch. Now, this is a little bag that they have that's look kind of cool to me, and it also seems to work very well for a little med kit. So I just put together some basic stuff. You know, I do wear contacts, so I always keep some contact solution. Just a basic essential type first aid. Got some tape, I've got some gauze, got some band-aids, of course. You know, I keep some of these. Obviously, you guys have seen I have a large beard, and so these are just kind of some wet wipes that I keep for that kind of heavy duty. I do have this emergency foil shelter. Here's some more gauze in here. I did pick up this tick remover. You can kind of pull the ticks out with that. Some cough drops, some simple little things like that. Some swabs, some splints, some latex gloves if you need to stay sanitary there. And then on the outside here, I've got ointments. I've got a contact carrier. And so very basic, And you know, I do keep another med kit inside of the truck, so this isn't by no means meant to be inclusive, but like I said, it's something that is fairly lightweight. You can take this hiking, and it's got some main essentials. Also got some more eye drops here. Moving on to the next bag, let's go for this long one here on the side. So this is kind of my snack pack. So I will put, and these zippers are really good, by the way, and you can see how I can zip it from either side, and it's a very nice double zipper. I keep my life straw in it. That's really handy, so you can get some fresh water, have a toothbrush and some toothpaste, and then it keeps some things that don't go bad too easily. So I've got some sausage, got some granola, just some random snacks. Like I said, every once in a while, especially if I go on a hike, I'll refill this stuff and change it out. I do keep a Leatherman in here, so I have a nice multi-tool. So you always have a set of pliers, screwdriver, knife, etc. These are always good to have. Some more cough drops here. Here's a little energy gel that's kind of nice. And then another emergency tarp, and then also a poncho. So that's just kind of some basic things. Some of these things were longer, which is why they're mixed in with the snack pack, but I keep some good stuff here. So let's move on to the next one. Now this one has a few different things in it. It's kind of an assortment of things. I do have a resuscitator mask, some deodorant. Now this is some duct tape, and you know, I made this bundle myself. You can buy these that are all pre-made like this, but I just took some cardboard and then I wrapped it around. The benefit of that is there's so many uses of duct tape, but the benefit is that it stays really flat and I don't have to have a big roll, and it's unlikely that I'm going to need that much. And like I said, it's easy to replenish this thing when I need to. If I've used some on a trail or something, then it's easy to add to that. Have a little bladder that I could fill up some water in if I needed to. Got some toilet paper so you can do your business. And then I've got one of these keys. I can't remember what they call them, but these are really handy. These actually can turn on and off the municipal water sources at buildings. So this has 4 different sizes on it: 1/4 inch, 5/16, 9/32, 11/32. And so they're square, as you can see, and in some cases this may be your best way to get some water, so I always keep that with me. All right, moving on here. I've just got a pack of waterproof matches. I kind of wedged this in between the 2 pouches, so it works out well. It has a little strike plate on the side. This is weatherproof seal, and then you can see these are weatherproof matches, so they can stand up. And there is also some replacement strike plates here inside the pouch. Here's a little lightweight bivy sack that I keep in here. This one's from SOL. It's just kind of peace of mind to have one of these in here if you do need to bundle up. You could use the other ones I showed you, but this one's a little bit nicer in that it's got a zipper and a little bag. This I also keep just kind of loose in the bottom. This is a waterproof pack cover. This particular one's from Sea to Summit, one of my favorite brands. They make great stuff, but I keep this in here so because this is not a waterproof bag, I can pull this out, cover the whole pack, and it kind of has a elastic strap that keeps it tight around the bag. So that's nice if you get caught in any weather. And then let's pull the last one out here. This one's where I keep some goodies. I have a dry bag here. I believe this is also a Sea to Summit bag. Yeah, it is. I'm going to show you what's in there. I do keep a pair of gloves here in case, one, they add a little bit of warmth. These aren't really warm gloves, but also if you need to do any work with them when you're out on the road or on trail, they can move brush or whatever. Those can come in handy. I've got a trusty compass. Pretty basic, but it works really well. It's got the mirror signal and nice little compass. Now I also keep a beanie in here, keep your head warm should I need it. And then let's take a look at this little bag. This bag, you know, I wanted to be dry because there are a couple electronics in here. I do have these emergency chargers. These are kind of cool. They can plug right in the bottom of your phone. And now that I'm looking at this, my phone does not accept this type of plug anymore, so I may need to look at it, getting a new one in there. So those are kind of cool. I also keep a little flint and steel here should I need to make a fire. Now you always want to have multiple ways to do things if possible, because 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So I can start fire with this. I also have a weatherproof butane lighter here. And I also carry another one, which is this atomic lighter as seen on TV thing. These things are pretty cool. It's electronic. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but what's cool about these is they are rechargeable, and this is very indestructible. So kind of nice. You can plug in your car, charge it, I keep it charged up, but if that battery is dead, I have backup, and then worst case, if I have to go flint and steel, I have that option. I also keep a headlamp in here. Headlamps are really good because it keeps both your hands free while you're performing a task at night. This particular one is Black Diamond, and it's got a couple different light modes along with some red light as well to save your eyes at night, and some flashing signals. So that one's pretty handy. And then I keep a couple extra batteries for that headlamp in there. So that's kind of it. It's a simple pack. Like I said, over time you start to find out things that work for you, things that don't. You improve it, you swap things out for the other. Like for instance, I mentioned that charger. I will be needing to swap that out so it works with my current model phone. And then you want to check stuff regularly too. I mean, it looks like this lighter is about dead. It's getting really weak, so I want to keep that charged. I did just use this recently too, which is why I think it's dead, but I'm okay because I've got a backup. So definitely have backups, and you can see I have, in this scenario I showed you, 4 different ways I can start a fire. And I guess if you wanted to get real fancy, maybe you could use this compass to start a fire too with the mirror. So I hope this was helpful for you and maybe give you some ideas on what kind of bag you could put together. And all the preparedness in the world is not going to matter if you aren't organized and don't have it with you. So I encourage you to get started now. If you don't want to go all in and get all this stuff, that's fine. Just start with some basic stuff, get a bag, throw a few things in, improve it over time. But don't wait until you can afford all of it to get it. Get something now. It'll give you that peace of mind and security, and you'll just feel more comfortable knowing that you're prepared on a daily basis. I know when I hop in my truck, I'm okay. Like, I could survive 72 hours easy out of my truck just with the essentials I have. I keep water in there, I keep this bag in there, I keep some food, I keep a jet boil, and maybe if you guys are interested, I can go through kind of more of the stuff that I keep in the vehicle. This video is specifically about this get home bag. So anyway, if you found this useful to do some gear reviews and show you what I do, there's kind of some practical use cases, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. And if you guys have any ideas where you could improve some of the setup and give others ideas, that would be great too. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you want to support the channel even further, head over to octanemotorworks.com, and until next time, fuel your passion.